Hi guys, welcome to Nothing Geek TV, and today I'll be reviewing Intex Aqua Xtreme smartphone. This is a newly launched device, and the USP of this phone is 8-core processor, a beautiful display, and 2 GB of RAM, and of course a 5 megapixel front-facing camera and a 13 megapixel primary camera. So I've been using this phone since last 10 days, and let's see how it fared in the review process. So guys, as you can see, this is the device. It got a 5-inch HD display. Now with the 10 days of usage, what I saw is that the display, it got 320 dpi screen resolution, and the display is really beautiful, guys. I mean, the phone costs around 11,500 bucks, but the display doesn't look like that. It is a cheap device. So I give it a thumbs up in terms of display. Now, as far as design is concerned, see, as you can see, this phone is really sleek. It's really light in terms of weight. One reason being the battery is only 2000 mAh battery. So I'll just open the back cover and let you see that. It's a 2000 mAh battery, and you got option for sim 1, sim 2 here, and option for micro SD card as well. But I don't think you would require a micro SD card because Intex is giving you 32 GB of internal storage, out of which around 26 GB is available for the users. Rest is occupied by the operating system. So the design is really good. Display is also good. The back plate is easily removable, and the Intex logo is on the back side. The 13 megapixel camera too, and the flash accompanies it. They both sit at the top. The only problem, guys, I found was that these three touch capacitive touch buttons, back menu, and option button, are not backlit. So the problem is in the studio lights, I mean, they are comfortable to operate and they are easily visible. But once when I'm outside in the dark or during nighttime, when I'm in the bed, so it becomes really difficult sometimes to locate the keys. I mean, when a person is using the phone for 15 days or 20 days or so and becomes used to it, then it's not a problem. But otherwise, it will take some time to get used to these backlit keys. So now coming to the performance of this phone, I already ran a couple of benchmarks, which I also showed you in the benchmark review of Intex Aqua Xtreme smartphone. If you have not seen that kindly guys subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and you will stay updated with all the latest happenings. So let's just quickly see a couple of few specifications actually. The phone is running on Android KitKat 4.4.2 operating system. It's a 32-bit device. Resolution is 720 into 1280. That is basically HD resolution. 13.3 megapixel secondary camera. RAM is 1964. That's around 2 GB of RAM. Internal storage is 26 GB, 24 GB is available. I have installed a few, I mean, heavy games as well, upon it and all. They have taken occupied the space. System storage around 0.50 GB is also available. The phone is running 8 cores of MediaTek. So like I already said, the screen resolution is HD and the density 320 dpi. The front facing camera is 5.3 megapixel. Okay. Now Antutu Benchmark is giving it a score of 33099, which is a really good score for a device costing just rupees 11,500. Now let's see how the phone stands up against other devices. So guys, as you can see, the phone is just below LG G3 in the Antutu Benchmark result ranking, and it is above HTC One, Xiaomi Redmi Note, Xiaomi Mi 2, and Asus Zenfone 5. So this is a really remarkable score. Uh, I'll just show you one more thing. But the multi-touch thing, one of our users were asking about this. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, five. All right. So I'll just put the phone and just test. One, two, three, four, five. Three, four, five. All right, guys. So the phone support 5 touches at a single time. So this is the multi-touch thing. Although you won't be using more than 2 fingers. So anyways, the phone got good grade in Antutu Benchmark. Now let's see. I also ran Geekbench. So this is what Geekbench 3 had to say. It gave it the phone a single core score of 445 and a multi-core score of 2419. So let's see how the phone stands again at the score. So the phone is below Sony Xperia Z and above Samsung Galaxy S3 smartphone. So guys, single core score is not of much of our concern, because usually these days when one is running multiple apps, usually multiple cores are used at one time. So multi-core score is 2419, which is simply fantastic. It is above Samsung Galaxy S4, which got a score of 1835, and below LG Nexus 5, which is Google Nexus 5, and score is 2538. So guys, both the benchmarks are giving this phone a fantastic score. So again, thumbs up in terms of hardware. And now we'll come to the camera. The phone got a 13 megapixel camera with flash. Now guys, I mean, it's a budget phone, so I can't expect too much from it. So I'll just show you some images. The images are there on the website. You can click on the link flashing on the screen and go to the website and check out the complete detailed images. However, I'll show you some clicked images. This image was clicked with the flash on. Uh, Detailing is fine. It's not too fine, but it's fine for a budget handset having a 13 megapixel shooter. This one was with HDR on, so I didn't move the phone for a couple of seconds. HDR takes a couple of seconds, so detailing was better. This image was with flash off and detailing was okayish. Now again, this photo was taken. It's not very much closer, but uh, taken from a foot and a half. I mean, 2 foot away, 2 feet away, distance, 2 feet distance. This one was without the flash. Sorry, HDR, and this one was HDR. So, guys, as you can see, the detailing is better in HDR. This leaf pattern is better in with HDR. Okay, so now let's come to outdoor photography. This image was taken in a mall with, I mean, not so bright light, neither too dim lights. So detailings are fine. I've already uploaded these images on the website. You can check out in the written review by clicking on the link or visiting nothinggeek.com yourself. With flash, without flash. So outside with okayish light, the phone worked fine. Now, third, I'll show you the images of a text. Sometimes we have to click images and send the text. So guys, the sharpness, it's not so sharp. I mean, the colors just sprinkle like it's something of a written with some watercolor thing. I mean, it's easily readable, but sharpness is missing. This one picture is better. A general image. Again, you can see the photo is not very much clear on a different background. Again, guys, as you can see, the sharpness is not, I mean, 100% there, but it's easily readable, and the camera does a fine job. So overall, guys, this 13 megapixel camera works fine. I mean, we can't expect much extra special stuff and compare it. I mean, this phone is comparable with LG Nexus 5 or Galaxy S5 and S4 in terms of hardware, but we cannot compare it in when it comes to camera with those phones. So it's okay. I mean, 13 megapixel for a 11,500 handset, but the real problem comes with a front-facing camera. It's a 5 megapixel camera, but the image quality is really poor. At most, it works like a 1 megapixel camera. The image quality is not HD, and the video quality I have already uploaded. So I'm again asking you to kindly subscribe to see the video quality, video camera quality of Intex Aqua Xtreme. All right, now a word on the battery life. The phone got 8 cores, 2 GB of RAM, Mali 450 graphic processing unit, and 5-inch of HD display. So a battery of 2000 mAh was always going to be a bit of struggle. The phone will give you a with moderate to heavy usage. It will last around 7 hours. 7 hours, not more than that, not hour more than that. I mean, just average battery life. This is the battery life comparable what you get on Nexus 5, Google Nexus 5 smartphone. So nothing out of box here, but just an average battery life. And now coming to call quality and network reception, the phone holds well on Wi-Fi and 3G networks. The SIM automatically jumps when this network is low, it goes on 2G, and when the network is high, it goes on 3G. I mean, that kind of consumes the battery because the phone is always juggling between the two networks. But then that is necessary these days because network quality in some areas is pretty bad. Otherwise, internet experience and all the rest of the things are pretty smooth, not a problem. So all that stuff is fine. So guys, as far as my verdict is concerned, if you want to buy a phone which is horsepower in terms of I mean multimedia thing, whatever you throw at it, full HD videos, games, heavy games, multitasking, running several apps at one time, Intex Aqua Xtreme will fit in your budget, and it will appeal to you. However, if you want a phone, I mean, you won't even need to insert a memory card since they are offering 32 GB of inbuilt storage space. If you want a phone with good front camera as well as a slightly better primary camera, then I'll advise you to go for Asus Zenfone 5. A Zenfone 5, its battery will last around the same times as Aqua Extreme's battery last. It stands lower in the benchmark tests. I'll just show you. See, Asus Zenfone 5, it's much below than Intex Aqua Xtreme, but it has a better camera than Intex Aqua Xtreme smartphone. And if you can, spend a little of couple of $1,000 more, then you can always go for Motorola Moto G second generation. The battery will last is again the same as this phone. It will last around the same hours. But the front camera quality of that phone and the secondary camera, they are better. So guys, if you are in a budget of 11,500 and want a performance device which gives you awesome performance and with a sound display, then go for HTC. I'm really sorry, you go for Intex Aqua Xtreme. And one thing more, I'll be soon uploading its comparison with HTC Desire 620G smartphone and Motorola Moto G smartphone. So Kindly subscribe and stay tuned till then. See ya.